What if I told you that this baby Benz designed by Bruno Sacco behind me and this 2000 C-Class coupe that may make Bruno Sacco roll over in his grave have more in common than you might think? What's going on, you guys? I'm interrupting this unscheduled, unimportant programming to let you know that Anderson.co just dropped Benz'n On a Budget collection you can see up here on the screen right now. We got pint glasses, t-shirts, hoodies, crew necks, stickers, all kinds of stuff. Don't forget to check it out. Don't forget, everything that you buy supports the channel and the builds. Appreciate you guys. Back to the unscheduled programming. That commonality being, they're both here to make each other into a better version than they would have ever come from factory. Welcome to episode 3 of Benz'n On a Budget. Alright guys, welcome to whatever part 3 this is. We need to get the 190 pressure washed off, and my little man and I decided right now is the time to at least start and see what we can, this bad boy, see what we can uncover underneath all this grime.
And we wonder what is under all this.
You can see there's definitely some promise under here, so let's see what we can uncover, and we got to see what lies beneath this thing. So let me set up the stand and pressure wash it off, and might not do the whole thing on camera, but we'll at least show you guys a little before and after of just pressure washing and see what it can do. Alright guys, don't know how long the camera battery will last, but see what we can see, and I'll show you a little before and after. Go ahead. Guys had to take a little break, go chill with little man, but we're literally like half and half. This is funny. It looks like there's a shadow on one side of the car, but it's actually just one side partially clean and the other one completely filthy. Crazy. So anyways, it's cleaned up decently. I still don't know if this car is a 2.6 or a 2.3. I'll have to look up how exactly I can find that out. I did my first repair on the car. Just greased up the hinge. It was a little sticky, so now it's working. So anyways, in the trunk, I hadn't even looked in the trunk before. There is a Kenwood, can't eject it yet, but a 6-disc or 10-disc CD changer. Somebody put that in at some point. Windshield wiper, some golf balls, anything good. Got a Strixon, Nike ball, Titleist 3. Titleist 3 is always good. Titleist 2, good too. Anyways, and by the way, I think you guys will be seeing this video maybe, I don't know, Friday or Monday. It's Thursday right now. Key is off with Josh at the Mercedes swap shop for this, so I don't really have anything to do to this thing right now, so it's just kind of sitting. Once we get the key back, obviously throw a battery in it, try to get it fired up. I did have one question, and I was looking underneath. I can see that it looks like a sensor broke off of this. That's what this used to plug into. You guys let me know what that is for. Overall, this thing as well looks pretty good underneath, but I did notice, if you guys can see back there, there's no exhaust on the car anymore. It's literally like just that back half, so I think I'm gonna remove that, and hopefully it still has, I can see the front part of it actually. Yeah, they just cut the cats off, so hopefully it'll at least give us enough to start an exhaust with on the 201, but we'll most likely be doing a custom job of some kind and probably get the job done, be short, maybe a side exit, but not loud, you know. Throw a muffler in, that'll do a good job of quieting it down, but these don't have like a muffler cutout or anything, so I would just like to run a little turn down somewhere in the system, wherever it makes sense. But yeah, this thing is basically just flopping around. The work continues, guys, but I am honestly, genuinely excited about this thing. It's just, I just love how minimal it is, and regardless of the paint or anything like that, it's just a great starting canvas. 450 bucks for what I got. I'm very happy, and I'm excited to really be able to put the money in this car to make it my own, and make this Benz'n on a budget worthwhile. Well, being on a budget. So if we can be done with this, we're at 1,200 bucks right now, basically 1,250. I figure, you know, that last 800 before 2,000 is going to be all the little components and pieces to get that drivetrain compatible in here, give us a good room. So if we can get the drivetrain working by that $2,000 mark, then I think with another, you know, $500 to $1,000 spent on the car, and, you know, things like suspension and wheels and tires and brakes, whatever else, I think for less than $3 grand we're gonna have a super cool car, super fun, daily drivable car by the end of it. And because it's something that I really did on a budget, I'm gonna have the freedom of just, like, you know, it's something I can huck around and not be super worried about or super careful about. It's kind of what this has been. It's been the do everything car, the E420. This is going to be kind of the fast built car. I'm sorry, I'm got it so dirty right now. It's getting close. And then this, obviously, it's not a daily driver. It's something I can use daily whenever I want to, but it's so clean and rare that it kind of just stays in here. And then this thing is, you know, the original baby. So I don't necessarily get those things out and about for everything, but a car like that I can literally do anything with, and, you know, realize that I didn't spend much money to make it, so it's super cool. Alright guys, well, just remove the battery, and not the greatest looking stuff in there, and worse than that is this. Not looking good. So get the bolts off of this tray. Some of the bolts are not even, well, there's only 2 in the back. Hopefully they'll spin, but sheesh, let's take care of that for sure. Alright guys, I just had a meeting with the concrete. Broke my phone too. Oh my gosh, I was going to turn the water on, tripped over the little dog fence we have and just biffed it. Oh well, I'm okay. Gonna have to order a replacement screen for my phone. It didn't crack, but the screen just won't turn on, so hopefully I can fix that. I've done many iPhone screens over the years. Alright you guys, thankfully battery tray came out no problem. Doesn't look too great underneath, but let me vacuum this out to see what's actually something structural and what's just caked up stuff on here. So give me a second. Alright guys, a little bit of demolition later, making progress. So the good thing is all of this is still plenty solid. You can see, like, it's not far out from where it just goes back to clean metal. So once I spend some time on this and grind it all down, it should be clean again. And then a lot of this also is seam sealer, so like this whole main piece, all of this back here was all seam sealer, so I'm gonna need to get that cleaned off and taken off as much as I can. Like all of this is seam sealer, so I need to get that off, and just grind all this up, get as much of the rust off as possible, and then hit it with some type of converter, or maybe like an acid formula first. I don't know, you guys let me know what your favorite rust converters are. There's all kinds of stuff. People have their own recipes depending on what they're doing, but let me know what you guys would recommend for something like this. But thankfully it is you know, no holes, no like weak super thin metal or anything like that. It's pretty good, just ugly right now. So the only other spot in here that really is going to need some attention is under the brake booster. A little bit of the same story, but this is a lot lighter. Quick scrub of the brush and the metal was already showing through, so that's nowhere near like over on this side, but will need a little bit of attention. And besides that, I mean, for being from 1991, like, you know, there's a few spots here and there, but a little bit of scuffing and just going through everything and we should be good. I think I am gonna spray down the bay, but I'm gonna try to avoid getting that area wet. And to be honest, I might even hold off for now. There's no real point in doing it right this second. I vacuumed mostly everything, got all the nasty stuff out of here, so we can wait till we get, you know, a good chunk of this done before we pressure wash, or I don't know, maybe I'll do it in a little bit, but for now, moving on. All right, you guys, welcome back to a little more of part 3 here. The plan, what, you showing them how it's kind of clean?
No, this is all daddy.
I know, it's like, it's cleaner than the other side, as you guys can see, but it ain't clean yet. It's gonna need to be polished and buffed. But anyways, the plan for this part 3 episode is really just showing you guys this thing getting cleaned up. I want to get some progress on the rust repair for the battery tray area. Oh, we closed the hood on accident. And besides that, probably just clean up the inside a little bit with the vacuum. And I'll update you guys on a couple parts that I got and whatever else we can update you guys with. For now, I debated on including this into the part where we will get the key back for this, but if I do that, it's going to take too long, and I know you guys are anxious to see kind of what the progress is. So the plan is for that to be on next update of the series, getting that thing running, getting the key back, and then it's probably going to be full speed ahead after that, getting the engine hoist, getting it on a little engine stand, refreshing what we need to, if we need to, depending on how it drives, how the clutch feels, how the trans feels, etc. But yeah, let's go ahead and finish this wash up, and then I'll catch you guys in the engine bay. Alright guys, well, she's finally one washed color. Show you guys as much as I can. The paint, guys, is probably a 6-7 out of 10 to be honest, but the good news about it is it's a 1-stage, no sparkle black color, which means very easy to match. This will be the paint, the perfect car to rattle can paint, to be honest. Quick thing I want to do before we dive into the engine bay is just point out things that I want to get for the car and get your guys' opinions on. I'll start over here just as we're here. I'm going to delete the antenna. I'll either make my own little plug, or I'm pretty sure people sell the plugs for the 190, or there might even be a factory option. Our emblem back here is a little shaky, so I'll have to look into that. I would like to put the smaller updated emblem on it, to be honest. That one's okay, but it's a little gigantic. I know it's factory, but it looks a little funny. Other things, tail lights both have a little bit of cracking. This one's a little worse, I think, down here. So definitely some water intrusion possible from that side. I don't think this one is bad enough too, but I'll have to keep an eye out for a set of taillights or look at some aftermarket options. The mirror rubber boots are absolutely petrified. I did those on the E420. Really good job for, you know, not much money to do, so I will get those done. I have a good eBay seller that I bought them off last time, so I will do those. Now here's something I want you guys' opinion on. Sorry, the light is kind of casting you guys out. There we go. But
I would like to go with the updated one-piece headlights. They've got some good aftermarket ones that I can get. What do you guys think? These ones are in okay shape. The driver's side is in better shape. This one is got a bunch of cracking all over. Or just like, I can't even tell if it's like cracking and oxidization. This side is pretty good. Like with a buff, it'd probably be pretty good, but not the biggest fan of the little, what do you call them? Like the dual piece headlights. So let me know what you guys think about those. And then also corner lights. I want to stick with orange, I think, but I like to get some new ones because these ones are a little tired. The seals are all kind of not great. So I think headlights all around I would like to do, but you guys let me know. Should I stick with this style or the one piece? Grill, I'll pop up on screen. I found a pretty cool grill insert that has more rows, and it's like black plastic, so I don't have to worry about like painting it or ceramic coating this bare plastic or painting. So that's something I would like to get for there. I have an emblem, a flat emblem that will fit on this, so I can either 3M that one on here, or I can just get a replacement flying star. You guys let me know what you think about that. The overall chrome grill though is in really good shape, so that's a good thing. License plate will go back on. It's just hanging for now because we were washing behind there. And then besides that, it's not much. Like for the body, one of the claddings on the driver's side, I need to adjust it. It probably wasn't secured on enough. It's kind of got a gap right here, so I'm guessing it's just either not wedged on properly or it's got something poking in between that's keeping it from sitting flush. Interior, obviously we're going to be looking for all types of bits and pieces. The door cards, not great, but I would like to maybe figure out how to make my own of some kind. Maybe just some basic, you know, ABS plastic panels with some pull, what do you call them? Like the little ripcord style pulls. Still need the bracket to keep this door from swinging like crazy. Let's knock that off since we're here. Probably should have sprayed these corners out, but oh well. That'll do for now. Pedals, I am going to end up using the W203 gas pedal, and then I could use the clutch pedal out of that car. I don't know where it sits in these, or I will look for W201, W224 clutch pedal, brake pedal assembly. All this trim on the inside, I'm probably going to be making something up of my own and figuring out how I can still embed the window switches. That center plastic is right there, but like I said, I'm probably going to end up doing something kind of custom for that front piece, either out of aluminum or plastic. So we'll see about that. It might be a laser cutting job. Door cards on the back. This one is the only one that's really not doing great. Peeling pretty bad. And yeah, just overall not great. Functional, but not great. High chew wrapper. Back seats really good. Rear deck not so good. Well, just the speaker cover's not so good. But yeah, I think that's about it, guys. But yeah, overall, guys, we're making a list, checking it twice. You guys let me know other things I should look for. Your opinions, recommendations on what we got going here, but let's dive into the engine bay. All right, you guys, well, engine bay before. Very grimy. And just overall needs a lot of love. So we're gonna do our best here. And once we get it all clean, I'm gonna start deleting a bunch of things we're not gonna need. Like for instance, this little ignition distributor. A lot of the AC stuff, we're not planning on running AC, guys, so you can see the condition of our rust bucket over here. It's not doing much better right now since I just sprayed a bunch of water on it, but I'm going to try to spray this out as best I can and then
get this cleared up as soon as possible. Alright guys, making some progress. Like I told you guys, I wanted to take out that plastic divider, and ended up taking off this little firewall piece as well, just to confirm exactly how far the rust traveled back. And thankfully, let me get my light. Thankfully, it pretty much just goes to there and stops. So it's not really back here at all. I'm gonna vacuum this out so you guys can see, but yeah, it pretty much stops right there, right behind the 90 of this hose. So we should be good. I think a lot of that actually looks like grime. It doesn't look like how this does. So I figured it would just be best to take all this off, get all the crap out of here, and I'll pressure wash it while that's off too, and just get everything as clean as possible. Alright guys, well, I think we took a step ahead here. No more AC condenser. No more AC lines. Or the little, I'm not sure what that is, the something. The dryer receiver is back there. That is empty now. It's attached to something on the inside, so I'm not able to delete that as of now. I don't know if I can get access if I take off this, which I might later, but not right now. It's not bothering me. A lot of wiring that can be removed. That's all has to do with AC and the condenser fan. So that will probably get deleted. Can get rid of this, which also has its own harness and everything, and ground. Yeah, there's just a lot of this that doesn't need to be here anymore. I think these were for probably fans or something to do with the M102 that was in here. So most likely what I'm going to do, especially since I have all this out, is I'm going to lift all this up, get all the wiring basically back to where it connects, and just determine what's going to stay and what's not. I'm not going to have the washer reservoir, not going to have that factory coolant expansion tank. I'm going to be using the W203 one. Besides that, yeah, almost time to clean it up, but just deleting what I can. Alright you guys, well, I think we made the better move today. Instead of focusing on engine bay cleaning, we focused on engine bay cleaning in another way, as in minimalizing. So pretty much all of this wiring right here, guys, is going to be sorted through. There's one ground attached to all of this down here below the headlights, so I'm probably going to end up taking the headlights off. But besides that, there's only one other set of wiring that I think attaches for the horns and the outside air temperature sensor. So I will leave that, and then the rest of it I will be able to sort through. I'm basically going to pull the harness out of the little crevice here, everything I can. I'll get rid of the whole engine harness, and so obviously we're not going to need that anymore. And just see what I can ditch, because we don't need it. And then also get rid of that, get rid of that. Probably not going to be using this aux cooler, water cooler, so can get rid of that. And yeah, we should be on the way to a good bit of progress here and getting this thing nice and cleaned up. I've never, like, I watch so many people, like, off the top of my head, I'm thinking of Jimmy Oakes, just because I've seen him go through engine bays so many times and pull everything out and clean everything up over the years on all his different builds. And it's super cool to be doing that on my own build now. Like, never would have expected to be doing this. So it's cool to have just a fresh canvas. Like, you can literally get rid of everything you don't need, and just, it is totally my flavor. That is completely my style with all the builds, like minimalism, less is more, and just simplifying, because then you get to have more fun, because there's not as much that can go wrong. And it just, yeah, like, that's the reason we did 40 pounds of wiring delete in the C55. Just, it simplifies the car, less headaches to be had, or possible to be had. So that's what we're going to continue on here, guys. If I get a chance, I will add a little bit in the morning to the video, but
Otherwise, we might just leave it here with the progress. So, hope you guys have enjoyed Benz'n On a Budget episode 3. Sorry I didn't feel like I got a ton done one episode, but I feel like it's better to keep the rhythm going so you guys stay in the loop versus only wait for like the big updates to happen in order to give you guys an update. So that's where we're at. The car is at least clean of all the grime and grit that it's been sitting in for a while. So that's a big step alone. And yeah, we're getting down and dirty in the engine bay here. So hopefully once I catch you guys for Benz'n On a Budget episode 4, we'll have the key for the C230, be able to start spelunking into that, and fingers crossed it'll just fire up with the turn of a key, and I'll probably be a little further ahead on this thing. So rust repairs may see their own little, I don't know, segment of the next video, but I just feel like overall it's better to clean the whole canvas, get it all clean, get rid of everything I need to, then I will really prep and paint all of that rust so that I'm not, you know, going over it again with the pressure washer or something like that when I don't need to. Once I get it solid and sealed, then I don't really pressure wash my engine bays, to be honest, guys. So I'll let it, you know, stay strong, do its thing, and just go from there. Cool thing is, where this crust is down here, those are just plastic panels, so that's just grime. It's not even rust or anything like that. It's really just this spot and that spot over there. That's it, and they're not that bad, so I'm thankful. It is gonna need a little bit of attention, but it's nothing crazy, so we'll get it done. And yeah, thank you guys for sticking with me. If you're at the end of the video right now, much love to you. Thanks for sticking around, and hope to see you guys on the next episode. Peace.